Less talk, more action. That was my thoughts on it. Less talk, more action. We done our press conference on Thursday. On Friday, it was a bit of back-to-back, but boxing's about less talk and more action. And I hope everyone was satisfied tonight. Not only with my fight, but the whole undercard as well.
There was talk in the build-up about returning to the old AEJ. You called it the rough and ready, the bruiser. Did we see signs of that tonight, particularly with the uppercut, which seemed to be the honey punch for you?
You would have to ask Rob McCracken, Joby Clayton, Angel Fernandez about that. For me, I stuck to what I know best, boxing, looking at where I'm going to put my shots and put them together, and then when they're successful, they're successful. As I said, it's just less talk and more action. I don't even really want to do an interview because I just want the fans to appreciate the hard work. Everyone go home and have a lovely Christmas, and we'll reunite in 2021.
I'm keen, I've got past my mandatory. Right now I'm about less talk, more action, but the ultimate thing coming from me, I'm ready. The next fight, I want Tyson Fury. The next fight, I want the WBC champion of the world. The next fight, I want to be for the undisputed championship of the world. So with that being said, they're in conversations now, my management team, my promotional outfit, of the best way to put a package together that can lead us into 2021, and hopefully the pandemic will be done.
You obviously asked the question, weren't you, after the fight, and you didn't really answer it, and he picked up on that.
I basically said, if Tyson Fury is the man with the belts, Tyson Fury is the man I want. And that basically says is, I'll fight anyone who has that belt. There's no problem with the person. I just want to go for that undisputed championship. That's what I was trying to say that night, and he took it how he wanted to take it.
Tyson Fury has to be the favourite. I think judging on you're as good as your last fight, I think Tyson Fury would be the favourite right now. I think he's the best fighter in the world on judging his last fight. Don't get me wrong, AJ, you know, he's a top fighter as well, and that's a fight I really want to see down the line. I think it'd be fantastic for the British fight fans, for world fans, to see Fury against AJ. And what amazing is that for British boxing to have, you know, two of the top heavyweights in the world being from Britain.
Now, what's the story here? You've asked to be taken off the list of those they're considering and put forward to the public for their votes for Sports Personality of the Year on the BBC. What's the deal there?
Yes, you're all right with that one. I have asked to be taken off the list, and they've not listened, and I've even sent them a legal letter to be taken off, and they're still not listening. So they're trying to take away my rights as a person to not do something that I don't want to do.
Well, you don't have to do. You don't have to go if you do win.
I know, but still, my name shouldn't be on there if I don't want it on there. It's a free country, you know. BBC are supposed to be the politically correct station, and they're doing something that I do not wish to participate in. And the reason is I don't want an award from someone to say I'm a sports personality. I know what I am and who I am, and I know what I've achieved in my life. I know what I've come back from. I don't need a glass trophy to tell me I've done it. And, you know, I'm the people's champion, like he said before.
I like how it works.
Do you like that version of AJ?
Yeah, I do, because now he can't take any prisoners because he knows how this crowd can turn against him in a heartbeat. And that's the thing that's changed him. That's the thing that's made him a little bit colder, a little bit more calculated, less committing. You know, when asked the questions. I get that.
We've seen it tonight, and we've seen it a bit this week. Do you think we'll see that version of AJ, the spiteful version, a little bit more in the future?
I do. I think that's now part of his DNA. You don't understand when you've been through something as traumatic as what he did, and where your whole world's turned upside down. It affects you. It either makes you or breaks you. And remember, can you imagine being Anthony Joshua losing to Andrew Ruiz the first time and feeling that heartache and pain, and now asking yourself all these questions: what have I got left? Can I do this? So I think now he's turned into a fully fledged fighter now, boxer. And he, what, how many years? 12 years has he been boxing? So now he's grown up.
Well, the only fight that has to happen next, Eddie Hearn said it has to be Tyson Fury, Carl.
It does, and I nearly said it earlier about the only concern I had, and you've just said it there, and Eddie Hearn said it. But Anthony Joshua didn't say it. He kind of refused to say it. And I feel like...
But isn't that just his personality?
I don't know, because I don't know at what point why you wouldn't want to say that's the one. He asked the crowd, he then put it over to Eddie.
Andy Scott asked the crowd.
He did. Andy Scott was put on the spot there.
But he kind of did answer it. He said if the next man's Tyson Fury, make it be Tyson Fury.
I think the only guy out there for him now is the Tyson Fury fight. It's kind of the only the only fight that the crowd are going to accept, and it's the fight that the people want. It's almost like ancient Rome in the Colosseum, when the crowd has spoken, and when the boxing fans and even, you know, the fans that follow Anthony Joshua, they want to see the Tyson Fury fight. And I think Anthony Joshua knows that's pretty much. He's got Alexander Usyk for the WBO mandatory. That's an option. But I think he knows now to get the respect of the people, which he's got anyway, but there's still question marks. It's Tyson Fury in his head, on his mind. Eddie Hearn said there, that's the fight. Tomorrow morning, we're on the phone, we're making that fight. Let's see if it happens, but that really is the fight that we need to see now.
21.
I totally respect that. I'm just going to ask a couple of questions from the fans, because the people do want to hear from you. You've had this laser-like tunnel vision throughout the preparation for this. I don't even think we've mentioned any names. But now, with a view to the future, are you prepared to entertain the talk of an undisputed...
You ask the fans, I'm not asking, you do. That's your job as a promoter for Sky. You ask the crowd what they want to see. I'm up for anything. Look at the resume. You ask them, you ask. Give them some names.
OK, I mean, who wants to see Anthony Joshua box Tyson Fury in 2021? I feel like this is promoter Eddie Hearn's job.
That's his job, bro. That's Eddie Hearn's job. That's 258 management's job.
Do you want that fight?
Last year, right, 2019. Look, bro, I started this game in 2013. I've been chasing all the belts. I've been dealing with mandatories. Of course I want to challenge. It's not about the opponent, it's about the legacy and the belt. Whoever's got the belt, I'd love to compete with them. If that is Tyson Fury, let it be Tyson Fury.
Yes, I did. I watched the fight. I was very impressed with what he did. And then it came to the end of the fight where they did the interview. The public wanted to hear that he wanted to fight me, and he avoided the question, which was a bit disappointing, to be honest, because it's been such a long time building up over the years. And he avoided the question like he didn't want the fight, so had to get straight on social media and make the fight, make everyone know that I'm willing to take the fight, I'm ready to take the fight.
But I mean, it will be Tyson. If this happens, and it's got to happen, it will be the biggest fight that I can ever remember. This is bigger than when Lennox fought Frank Bruno, bigger than anything I can remember in British boxing, because you two guys are at the top of your game, you're champions. This is the one we all want to see. There are talks in the papers of a 2-fight deal worth £500 million.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad, but then again, I don't believe everything I see in the paper.
Anybody, it's not up to Joshua. Joshua's got about as much brains as in that bag of fucking washing there. He don't do shit, does he? He gets told what to do by his promoter. He ain't the brains of Britain, Joshua, is he? Yeah, man. Stay humble, yo. You keep it real, man. I'm a gangster, me, trying to be a good man. So what? He's got no brains. I can fit his brains in the boot there. 0.
Heads bumping together, left hook from McDermott. As the hand speed, and McDermott falls in the 8th round. Here in this second round going. And now the combination taking a huge punishment.
Gotta get in there.
10 seconds left. It's over. TKO victory.
Do you ever wonder, how did we get here? We made it through the thunder, we overcame fear. Wonder, how did we get here? We made it through the thunder, we overcame fear.